Casey, is it game time?
It's game time.
Let's get this shit cracking at my G's.
Let's go.
Yeah. Welcome to Hood Stocks on a Sunday early evening. Football's back, baby. Hope you're enjoying your Sunday. Love, respect. Thank you for tapping in, baby. We love you, motherfuckers. Goni, stand the fuck up. Let's go. Check 1 2. Check 1 2 1 2. All right. I want to give a big shout out to Stizzy, baby. Pull up to the local Stizzy shop. Hold on real quick. I don't like that. Big ups to Stizzy. Pull up to the local Stizzy shop in your area and cop some of that good, baby. You can also follow them on Instagram at Stizzy Nation. Appreciate you, my G's. Hood Stocks is brought to you by Dying to See Me. Dying to See Me is a podcast we love and we support. Please go to YouTube and hit that subscribe button. My boy Matt Montague. Love you, my G. Looking for the best criminal defense attorney in the city of Los Angeles? Look no further. Doug Sherrod is our guy, and he can be your guy as well. Mr. Sherrod used to be a federal prosecutor as well as a district attorney for the city of Los Angeles. He didn't like the unfair politics on that side of the fence, so now he's going to bat for individuals that have been wrongfully accused. And just, sometimes you have a bad weekend, man. You got to cross that fucking bridge. But if you stay on the right side of the law, you ain't got to cross that bridge. But if it does happen, make sure you reach out to Doug Sherrod. You can reach him at KingKongLawyer.com. Casey?
KingKongLawyer.com.
Okay, KingKongLawyer.com. Looking for some good quality cannabis?
Killer.
Quality cannabis. I hit up the folks at Killer Kush. They specialize in bringing you the best quality available from OG to exotic. They got it all.
Oh, baby.
Hit them up at killerkushcali@gmail.com or on IG at killerkush__420 to find a location near you. And hey, I'm going to give you an address to one of their locations, and that's in the city of Whittier. They are located at 13739 Leffingwell Road, Unit F. Orange County, stand up. My G, RJ, stand up. Gutter Phenom, stand up. Gutter Phenom is a lifestyle brand that's dedicated to supporting and inspiring individuals who are determined to achieve their dreams. We believe that no matter where you come from and what you've been through with hard work and dedication,
anything is possible.
A portion of our proceeds are donated to organizations that provide vocational training for parolees and scholarships for those in need of drug and alcohol treatment. Visit gutterphenom.com. Gutterphenom.com. Use the exclusive code HoodStocks20 to receive 20% off your order today. Yes. All right. Is this lagging right here, bro?
I don't see it lagging.
Okay, we're good then. All good. Okay, out of Long Beach, California, I want everybody to give a warm welcome to Candy.
Thank you.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. How about you?
Very well, very well. Thank you for, pulling up today and, making some time on your Sunday for Hood Stocks platform. And when you talk, could you please talk into the mic, please? Yes, that's a must. I don't know if my headphones are funky or something, but check. I don't know. Might just be me.
It's got earwax in them, that's why.
Earwax. The weather's changed a little bit out there today, huh?
Yes, it was cold today.
It was cold, huh? Had to bring out this bad boy right here. You see this shit right here?
Yeah.
You like this shit? Yeah. FB counting. Watch this. No. They're not the tear-offs. Apologize about that. Candy,
Yes.
You're out of Long Beach, California?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's just get right into your story. I mean, well, let's ease into it a little bit. How was your day today?
It's been good. I've been home all day, and I just pulled up.
Pulled up.
Yes.
Pulled up, and you know what time it is? It's time to show out.
Okay, for sure.
You know, when you pull up, you got to show out, girl. Right? How are you feeling? Are you a little bit nervous?
I was, but once we start talking, I'll be able to.
1,000%. I mean, you're a professional, right?
Yes.
Yes, you are. Okay, cool. So Candy is out of Long Beach, and she's going to share her story with us. And it's going to transition into what she does for a living today, which you guys see some of the things on the table, minus this stuff right here. Yeah. So you were raised in, go ahead, Candy.
So my name is Candy Rincon. I'm from Long Beach, California. I was raised with my mom and my dad. I had both of my parents present in my life. I have 4 brothers and 2 sisters. And basically, both of my 2 older siblings helped my parents raise me. My parents had to work a lot. They came into this country not knowing the language, not having an education and proper work, and they had to work a lot. And most of the time, they were absent in my life. And so my brothers had to help raise me.
Okay. And so they're most of the time, you said from working, they were absent in your life.
Yes.
What was their occupation? Occupations.
Just like, they were present in my life, but they were gone a lot of the time. And so my brothers had to, I just don't want to, make my parents look bad, but my parents had to work a lot. And and
it's not making them look bad, it's making them look good.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so
taking care of their, making this ultimate sacrifice.
Right.
Yeah.
And so they had to work. My dad was a butcher.
Okay.
And my mom worked in just retails, and that's how they did.
You know what's dope? I was thinking about it right now as you said he was a butcher. So, hey, the lights could be out in the house, but we still barbecuing in the backyard because Pops is a butcher, right?
Yes.
Like you never ran out of fucking carne asada.
No.
Hell no.
Right.
That's tight. That's cool.
Yeah, there was always red meat in the fridge. There was always meat.
I thought about being a butcher. I think it's just it's a cool thing. It's like an old school occupation, a butcher.
Yes.
Right? Like you always want to be friends with a neighborhood butcher.
Right.
You'd be a fool not to. Anyways, so proceed. So your brothers raised you up.
Yes.
How were they? Older?
So I have 3 brothers. They were born in the 3 siblings who were born in the 70s. Then 2 other siblings that were born in the 80s, like me.
Okay.
And then my little brother, he was born in the 90s. And it was good. It was always just a lot of, I grew up with all my nieces and my nephews. Because during that time when I was growing up, my brothers also were having babies. So I also grew up with a lot of my little nieces, my nephews. And but because my parents were absent a lot of the time growing up, and then once I hit this teenage stage, I just decided that I was done with everything that was happening at home. My parents were fighting a lot. There was a lot of domestic violence, and I left.
How was it being raised by your brothers? Before we get into maybe some other things involved going on in your household, I mean, being raised. I mean, what do siblings, especially older brothers? You hear about older sisters raising their younger siblings, right? But older brothers, it's just kind of like a different dynamic because, boys are made a little different, And so to give you the actual attention, maybe the love that you needed, that was probably obviously lacking. Is that safe to say?
Yes.
Because they can only give you so much.
Yes.
Because they were only getting so much.
Right.
Yeah. Well, my sisters were raising me, and my sister Jennifer was raising me and my sister Jessica at one point in our young ages, And anyways, that's another story, but it happens a lot is what I'm trying to get at. It happens a lot when families got to work, or if it's a single mom,
Yeah, for sure.
It is what it is.
Yes.
So your brother was pulling his weight, doing his thing. I mean, how was he with you? Do you remember good times?
I remember good times, definitely. Like sometimes the food wasn't good, but he tried. And then he would also, it was good. A lot of these memories I've kind of blocked them, but I mean, it was overall very loving. They did what they could. They were very supportive of me. Like
your brothers?
They would take care of me. They would feed me, and that's basically all I remember.
Yeah, no, for sure. And so how many brothers you said were older than you that were taking care of you? Was it just one particular brother that
One
stuck
brother
out?
and one sister.
One brother and one
Yes.
sister. Okay. So the one brother, one sister. Was the sister is the one that was born in the 90s?
Yes.
Okay, and then your older brother was the one born in the 70s.
No, okay, so I have 4 brothers.
Okay,
and
there
2
you go.
sisters.
Okay.
2 of my brothers were born in the 70s. One was one sister was born in the 70s, and then my other brother and my other sister, the 2 that come right before me, they were born in the 80s.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I
I'm
know.
confusing you and confusing
Yes.
myself. I was just trying to distinguish who was the one taking care of you. Which older brother was taking care of you? Was it your
The one in the 80s.
the one in the 80s? Yeah. Okay. That's cool. And so then and then you talked about domestic violence. Man, what other? I think that's very common in a household where people are just stressed out, man. Stressed out, going through things, trying to make ends meet.
Menopause hits.
What is it?
Menopause.
Menopause?
Yeah.
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 During this time your mom was going through menopause?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was
And
really
Pops
hard.
got-
It was really hard. That was really hard.
And so mom's going through some emotional things. Pops is over there with a bottle of tequila talking about
Yes.
where the strippers at. You know what I mean? I don't mean to make a joke out of it, but I'm just saying they were going through some things.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah. Clash of the Titans in the household, mom and pops. They didn't last.
No, they're still married.
Oh,
Yeah.
We'll get to that.
Yes.
They made it through the
Yeah,
storm.
they made it. They made it through the storm.
They made it through the storm. So you tell me how much detail you want to share, and I'm not trying to be pushy about it, but we are very transparent on this platform,
Right.
which because you watch it, right? Yeah. And so you got to a point in your early teenage years where you say, you know what, I had enough of this.
Yes. I was done with my mom. I was done with my dad. It was too much violence going on in that home.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I was looking for love, right? It's a lot of things that people don't talk about, but I was looking for that attention. And I ended up going into the situation I ended up getting pregnant. I didn't, the pregnancy didn't survive.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
And I ran right into domestic violence
With
with my partner, yes.
yeah.
And he started, it was a really violent, as soon as I walked into that home, I started getting beaten up.
By him.
Yes,
And when you walked in the home, were you walking into his home or you walking to his family home?
in family home.
His family home. And obviously you guys were kids at the time, right?
Yes,
And so he was fucked up. Maybe, sometimes we do what's around us. Was it a dysfunctional household probably?
yes, for sure.
Yeah. Drugs involved?
Drugs. Meth, crystal,
Oh, yeah.
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 Crack.
Crack?
Yeah.
Damn. Crack, meth, yeah. That's a recipe for madness. Did you start using at the time?
Yes, when I was with him.
When you're with him? And so that could be a hard situation because you're addicted to drugs, and sometimes you need those drugs, huh? And sometimes you put up with stuff in your life that you necessarily wouldn't put up with if you
Right.
weren't on drugs and you needed drugs.
Yes.
And these dudes have their way with females, and they're young kids too, so they're just as naive as not as naive. I'm not trying to I'm not condoning that shit at all.
Right.
But sometimes what we see is what we do. And as a child, he's probably doing what was, passed down to him, so to speak, right? Was his family on drugs too?
Not that I remember, but
It
was just something that I feel like he was just addicted to, and then unfortunately I got involved in that life too.
And how old were you at the time?
I was 17.
You were 17.
18.
And those are exciting times to be on the streets and be on drugs and just like the whole lifestyle, It's, I was there. My cousin was there. Casey was in Catholic school. He wasn't there.
Woohoo.
And so how did you move from there? Did you get out of that relationship?
So During that time, I was, he was kicking me out. I was sleeping in my car. That's, I had too much pride to go home. I didn't want to go back home. But my parents would tell me, like, come back home, please. I was very prideful. I wanted to kind of make it work. And, it was always like, I'm going to change. I'm going to change.
He would tell you that?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. But you were on drugs though too, right. So there were some changes that you were supposed to make too. Yes. I mean, it's hard to change.
Yeah, and I didn't want to go back home to that. I didn't want to see my parents. My sister would tell me all the time, "Candy, you look bad."
Yeah.
And it's just It was really hard to go back home.
How did drugs make you feel back then?
Well, while I was using them, I felt amazing, but I knew that my life was deteriorating. Like, I was not doing good. I was not doing anything with my life. And so I felt like the only outcome from that situation was that I was going to end up in prison or I was going to end up dead.
Yeah.
Right. Because since I was the only one in the relationship working, I was the one that would provide the drugs.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. And so when there was
because you provided the funds.
Yes.
Damn. It's interesting. Mm-hmm. What were you working at the time?
I was working at the Sloss and Swap Meet.
Sloss and Swap Meet? Mm-hmm. That's what's up. What were you doing there? Slinging them T's, them Triple H's?
I was working in retail, like selling lingerie and stuff.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Damn. He must have liked that, huh? I'm not trying to sound like a creep, but I mean, any dude that's got a female that works at, in that type of retail, yeah. Anyways, that's interesting. I mean, how was it working at the Sloss and Swap Meet? Good memories, or?
A lot of, yeah, it was good.
Yeah. Do you still go there?
Yeah, sometimes. I still go there. I still buy clothes. I still buy makeup.
Yeah.
Just to remember.
Absolutely. Stay close to the roots, baby. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so you're working. You got the bag for the dope. He can't. I mean, damn. He kind of had it made, and he was having it his way, but he was fucking not taking care of what he had. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And the last thing that where I decided just like, okay, I need to leave the situation was when I was like, okay, I've had enough. I'm not gonna give you any more money. We're gonna stop using drugs. He got really upset and he wanted to kind of pimp me out.
He wanted to pimp you out, and this is the meth talking too.
Mm-hmm.
This is the meth talking. And how did you feel about that?
That was like the final thing. I couldn't take it no more. I mean, at some point, I'm like, damn, where's my dignity? Where's my self-respect? Like, this is too much already. I can't deal with this. And that's all I would think about. Where's my dignity?
100%, as you should. But obviously he had some mistrust issues that he was thinking the methamphetamine really dements the mind. It makes you do things that you would never do. Is that safe to say?
Right.
100%, But at least you still had a little bit of a grip in your life to be like, motherfucker. Yes. You ain't pimping me out, bitch.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that's because I had my father. Even though he was absent, he would still put a lot of, good messages in my head, and he tried to raise me as best as he could.
That's good. Shout out to him for that. He instilled some seeds that still flourished, even though there was a drought going on in your life, right?
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, 100%. And so the dude, I mean, how did he propose that to you, the pimping thing? I mean, was it just like fucking like a Tourette's moment, like just yelled it out randomly, or did he just like, just say, hey, I want to talk to you. We got to find another way to make some money.
No, it was like, let's go.
He wasn't even.
He's like, I'm dragging your ass out of the house, and he did. Luckily, my neighbors were able to stop him, and they didn't let me out of the house.
Damn, he was taking you straight to the boulevard, huh?
Yes.
That's a cold little motherfucker right there.
Yeah.
I wonder where he's at right now.
He's not doing well.
He's not doing well. Yeah. Karma's a bitch.
Yes.
Shit.
Yeah. I've never had to do anything. When people do something wrong to me, I've never had to do anything. I just let karma take care of them.
Do you believe in witchcraft?
No.
No? What's your religion?
I'm Catholic.
You're Catholic?
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Okay, so the neighbors intervene. You're getting pulled out, and they intervene, and that the final break in
That
your
was the
guys'
final break.
Yeah.
And I told my dad, please, like, come pick me up. He's like, are you going to get it together now, or are you going to stay here? And I said, yes, I'm going to stay. My dad took me to, like a week later, he took me to school, and he helped me enrolled.
Dope.
For college, yeah.
For college.
Mm-hmm.
And so you had graduated high school?
No. I was a high school dropout, but I still enrolled in these courses just to pick up somewhere.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, just to turn over a new leaf, so to speak, a new stone, or however they say it.
Yes.
Yeah, just jump right back in there. And so how was it? Is this when you sobered up as well?
It was during the process that I was sobering up. It was really hard because I kept, I kept wanting to go back.
To him?
Yes, to the drugs, to just the lifestyle. It was a big struggle for like about 2 years that I kept going, back and forth within my own, processing, should I go back? Should I stay? Should I go back?
Yeah. There's a lot of women that are a lot of young girls during that time that it's really interesting that, even though they might be getting abused, this, that, but just the drugs. It's probably just the drugs. Huh?
Right.
Just the drugs. That's all it is. And so you fought those urges and you never went back.
I never went back.
Good for you. Good for you. Who knows where that would have set you off to if you'd have went back.
Right.
Shit.
Probably that route.
Prostitution.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we might have had you on here on a whole nother level. I mean, you never know, right?
Yeah.
You might have been on No Jumper instead of Hoodstock sharing this story.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, too. You can leave your water up here. It's all good. I don't know where you got it down there. And so you fought the urges. You stayed in school. And how did that go from there?
Oh, my life changed forever. It was one of the my time in college was one of the best experience. I first studied nursing. I took a few nursing classes, but I decided that wasn't I didn't want to do that. Because during that time I had to take a few prerequisite classes.
Okay.
And I took psychology, and I fell in love. I was like, this is what I want to do. I want to work with behaviors. I want to work with women who are being abused. And during that time, in one of my courses, professor said, "Hey, Candy, they're hiring at this company. One of my friends is hiring, but it's not working with women. It's working with children." And I said, "Okay, I'll take the opportunity." It was just the opportunity was given, and I took it. And that's where I started working with child development and behaviors.
So how much schooling did you have to put in to obtain? Do you have like a degree in therapy or something?
I have an associate in psychology.
Okay.
From Long Beach City College, and then I transferred to California State University of Dominguez Hills, and I have an undergrad in psychology.
Congratulations. Would you fall in love with psychology? Like what part of it?
It was more of the behaviors, learning about behaviors, the functions of behavior, reinforcement, and how I can help change maladaptive behaviors with children.
Maladaptive?
Yes.
Male?
Maladaptive.
How do you say that again?
Maladaptive.
Maladaptive.
Behavior problems.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. Scratching, biting, hitting, throwing.
Got you. I would say if you can give an analysis of this platform, it may be me, but you kind of you deal with kids. I mean, but I'm a kind of a kid sometimes. think I still have kid. I mean, what would you say about me? Have you watched Hoodstocks? You watch a few Hoodstocks, right? Yeah. I mean, what would be your, what do you call it? Your professional analysis?
He has to hold that thing in his hand to smoke on it. So
well, it
he's
depends. What is the behavior? What are we talking about?
Erratic behavior.
What does that look like?
Put the camera on Casey real quick. No.
What is? Can you define erratic behavior?
I actually can't, but I know that I have.
Actually, can't.
I can't define it, but I can show you. No. Let's skip that. Let's skip that. So, you have been working with kids.
Yes.
You have been working with kids. How long have you been doing it for?
I've been doing that for 5 years.
5 years?
Yes.
Nice. Good stuff. So you never strayed from your course? I mean, you've never strayed? You've never fell off the wagon, so to speak?
No.
No? Never. Not once. Do you drink, smoke weed, anything?
I drink occasionally.
Occasionally?
Yeah.
Good for you. Good for you. You know, this one thing about women or girls, young girls, is, man, they mature so much quicker. I mean, they can really just
yes.
That's it.
Right.
No more.
It's true. Like I see it at my work. Like little 2-year-olds will do the activity faster than boys.
And you know, that's you know what? I love that. You know why I love that? Because as boys growing into young men, I mean, we are so much more capable in other areas than women are. But I'm glad that they have that one over us. You know, they have that power over us. Because women rule the world, you know? You know what they say about that thing that keeps the world spinning, right? No?
Yes. Money.
Money? Yes, money. Keeping it professional here. But it's true. Women are the foundation of this world. Yes. You know? And if they were maturing later than us, it'd be fucking mayhem. It'd be a one big fucking party.
This is their territory, Mother Earth.
Mother Earth.
And usually when you say God, you point up because he's masculine and theirs is feminine.
You know what? I just want to give a big shout out to all the women in this world, man. Right here in Hoodstocks. As much as I talk shit and just crazy shit that sometimes is said on this platform, like, I really, really, really appreciate the women on this planet because they keep us in line, and they are the balance. They are the good balance, you know?
Yes.
Yeah. And so you were saying that I went off on this because you're saying that the little girls learn quicker than the boys. And so these kids that are put into your, you know,
caseload.
Your caseload, thank you. That are put into your caseload is because they are having behavior issues?
They're so okay, so there are different cases, right? Sometimes the children are not doing things that they're supposed to be doing for their age. Like they're 12 months and they're not sitting down. So then they're referred to their doctor, and their doctor tells them, okay, like, okay, we're going to get them some services. But see, sometimes, a lot of times, doctors don't catch those signs, and they say, no, it's okay, they'll grow out of it. And then, then that's how little by little, it becomes too late. How do I say it? It's kind of, when doctors don't listen to what we need, what the children need, it takes longer for things to get diagnosed. You know what I mean? Like autism.
Got you.
I work with children who are 0 to 3 who have delays or a disability, right? And so I use play therapy to help stimulate their development.
And is this through is this through programs of like Medi-Cal or something? Or is there all levels of kids that are put into your caseload? Are you a county type of caseload?
No, so I work for the regional center. There's 21 regional centers in California. And so parents can reach out to the regional center. Like, for example, I work for the South Central Los Angeles Regional Center. They can reach out to them and tell them their concerns in regards to their child's development. There are 6 areas of development. such as cognitive skills. That's problem solving, learning to match and associate things together, discriminate, learning about sizes, cause and effect. Language is broken down into two parts. It's receptive and expressive. Receptive has to do with understanding the meaning of words, like verbs. What is she doing? She's jumping, she's crying, she's sleeping. Adjectives, he's sad, he's happy. Learning to listen to instructions. And so it's step by step. Expressive language, I help children learn how to communicate either through their words or through signs, gestures. I also work with fine motor skills. That's the small muscles of the body, like your fingers. Learning to grasp things, learn to cut with scissors, manipulate objects, like stringing beads. I don't know if you've ever come, when you put a string in a bead and you just become frustrated. I don't know if that's ever happened to you, but anyways, gross motor skills. I help children learn how to walk, how to sit, how to roll from stomach to their back and their back to their belly. Social skills, learning to play with other children, being gentle, sharing, self-help, learning to brush your teeth, comb their hair, potty training.
Huh. So then you probably wouldn't be very happy with some of my parenting skills that I use sometimes. Because sometimes, I got two girls, right?
Yes.
And sometimes they'll be like, "Daddy, she hit me," and she'll be crying, and I'll be like, "Well, hit her back." How do you feel about that?
Well, it's wrong.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I know it's wrong, but it feels so right when I see the other one crying, hit her back, and feel good about herself, and be like, "Now what's up? You gonna respect me?"
How old are your kids?
7 and 8.
Oh, okay, they're older.
Yeah, but this was just like maybe a couple years ago.
Right.
That I'd be just laying there, bad dad on the sofa, watching football, slice of pizza on my chest, too lazy to get up,
Petting the dog.
kids crying. I'm trying to paint the picture for you real quick.
All right, I
You
see
know?
it.
Kids crying, "Daddy, she hit me. Hit her back." No?
No.
I'm not getting no award of that year or anything. Daddy of the year.
I guess.
Well,
Social, for
huh?
Emotional support.
I just see that it makes them feel better. I mean, it makes them feel good. Like that, Daddy? Yeah, like that. And they go get the bat or a knife, and I'm like, "Whoa, hold up. She got to go to school tomorrow. Put that down." Raising kids is very complicated. Do I have it right? No, I don't. Was I
But we
raised?
try.
Was I raised right? No, I wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
Was I given the tools at an early age to pass on to my kids? Fuck no, I wasn't given those tools. They gave me a box, and it was a Happy Meal box with nothing but wrappers in it. The fuck am I gonna do with that? You feel me? So I've had to learn on the fly.
Right.
And so, like the great Al Bundy once said, I'm just fucking with you. You ever watch Married with Children?
I used to, yeah, back in the day.
Dude, was that like one of the best shows or what?
That's all there was.
That's all there was. Yeah, that's all there was. They don't even have good shows like that anymore, huh?
That's false, dude. Oh, I guess like family shows.
Yeah.
What about Modern Family?
Modern Family? Okay.
That's a good one.
There you go.
I don't watch TV, so
No?
I don't have time.
You're busy. This consumes all your time?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah? Even you take your work home with you?
I try not to. So I had to take July off for my mental health because of that. Because I take a lot of energy. When you work with the kids in homes, there's problems. I work with undocumented people. There's money issues, so I do take a lot of that home with me, for sure.
I'm giving you the clap for A round of applause for just being like an angel in this world and doing what you do, you know, without people like you, man. It's just, it'd be even more dysfunctional than it is, man. And I'm sure, like, the passion is bigger than the pay. Is that safe to say? Does that make sense?
For sure. Yeah.
The passion in what you do, you probably deserve a lot more money.
Right.
I mean, I don't know how much money you get. You didn't disclose how much money you get. I'm not going to ask you. But I just hear about, I just hear about like teachers being underpaid, this, that, you know. Shoot, man. One's taking care of our kids, man. They need to be rich, feel good, less stress. But you take the...
And when you go into this field, when you're in school, they tell you, like, this is not a career where you're going to be rich. You're doing this because you want to help people, because you want to be that change in, you know, these kids' lives. Or, so we know, we're aware when we're going into this field that we're not going to make a lot of money.
You're not going to make a lot of money.
Right.
But you are going to change humans' lives at an early age and hopefully set them on the right track. And that's kind of like doing God's work right there. Right. It's amazing. It takes a special human being to do that.
A lot of patience, too.
Patience.
Right. Like, I have scars all over my body because I get scratched. I get, you know, bitten.
I was a biter.
People throw shit at me, yeah.
Little kids.
Yeah. And then sometimes if parents are going through something, if the parents are not mentally okay, then it's another issue with the parents. Like, a couple weeks ago, I had a dad pull the belt on me and try to hit me.
He wanted to spank you?
Yeah, basically.
What?
He really tried to hit me, for real.
He wanted to spank
you? Really?
Yeah.
How do you feel about how do you feel about autism and that? I'm not sure exactly what that diagnosis. How do you feel about? Maybe I'll ask you this way: do you feel like vaccines may cause autism, or do you think the spike has to just is just naturally occurring, that there's more autistic kids now than there were in the 70s?
Okay, so this is a very controversial. It's a very controversial. From my understanding, is that autism is caused by toxins in the environment, genetics, or the parent's age.
Parents. I heard about the parents' ages.
Yeah. I haven't really, heard about vaccines, but there is speculations.
Yeah.
Why did I want to go back to the dude that was trying to hit you with a belt? Like what? Like what possessed him to pull his belt off his waist to hit you?
Yes.
And how did you defuse that situation?
I got up and I left. That's how I defused the situation, because at that point I'm being disrespected. I'm in danger.
Yeah.
I'm in someone's home. I don't know if they have.
You go to the homes?
Yes, I go.
You do house visits?
Yes. I go to their homes, and I just packed up my stuff and I left. I'm like, okay, you know what, sir?
Why did that situation occur? I mean, what?
I can't go too much into details,
exactly.
But basically, what happened was that my job is to provide therapy, right? I'm not a teacher, and I'm not a parent. I'm not your child's parent. And, the parent wanted me to educate his kid, scold him, and that's not my job.
And then he obviously...
And he was a machista. He didn't like the way I was talking. I responded back to him, and he's like, oh, really? He took off his belt, and he tried to hit me with it.
And so what, that's an unfortunate situation. I'm sorry that you have to go through that. But what happens, most importantly, though, what happens to the child after that? Is there another therapist you're out of that case, and that case gets put onto someone else's lap?
That case gets put onto someone's lap.
Maybe a male's lap, a dude's lap?
Yeah, for sure.
For sure, a dude's lap.
Yeah, because now...
That's documented?
Yes.
And does he face any type of,
So when that happens, we're mandated reporters, and, there has to be a wellness check done.
Well, on the parents now?
Yes.
Yeah, 100%. So that's when social services come involved. Are you a part of social services?
No.
No, that's a different department.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the third floor. Okay, I got you. But it's all basically works hand in hand
Yes,
together.
we work together
Absolutely.
if there's someone on the foster care system. A lot of my students are in the foster care.
Is there? Would you say there's a lot of incompetent people on that side of where you work at, or is that just in social services?
What do you mean?
No, I don't want to put you in that predicament. I mean, because you probably have people and friends in all levels of that. I just think about situations that have happened. They've made Netflix specials about on the social services sides where they just kind of like drop the ball.
Yeah.
Where they like seriously drop the ball, like it was in plain sight
Yes.
that the kid was in danger.
Yes, and there was multiple reportings.
Yeah.
Right.
And so when you go into these people's homes and you see, because you know what these homes look like when there's drug use involved, you know what drug addicts look like because you had a little stint yourself on that coming up that set you on this path, which is what sent you on this path, do you think? 100%, yeah. And so when you see this and you're reading the room and you're saying this is an unsafe environment, then you're required by the, you know, I would say the state of California, but you're required by you being a good human being in this world to report this, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you see a lot of that?
It's rare.
It's rare.
I don't. Yeah.
So you're going into some pretty decent homes that is just legit kids that, you know. I mean, not legit kids, but legit households.
For the most part, yes. Hardworking people.
Yeah.
I work in the Hispanic community, African American community.
Yeah. Do you see when it comes to Hispanic kids and
What I see a lot in my field is more of like how poverty really affects our community. That's what I see a lot.
Because a lot of these homes you're visiting are in poverty.
Yes.
And so, you know what? Check this out. I want to say this. I was at, I think it was like a Food for Less or something. Man, I had to hold everything back from telling this lady something. It was a black lady. It was a black woman. And you know what? It could have been a Mexican woman. It could have been any other color, but it just happened to be a black woman. And she was talking at the time to her daughter that was around the age of my daughter at the time. And I'm going to say like 4 years old, you know, when they just they're already walking, you know, they in the market, they know they want the hot Cheetos or some Skittles or something, right? Innocence, right? The innocence of the beginning stages of life. This freaking broad was talking to her 4-year-old like a gangster. Shut your ass up. I'm tired of you been bugging me all fucking day with this nonsense. Like talking to it. I was like, bro, I mean, Miss Candy, I was just like, dude, I wanted to be like, hey. But I felt like if I told her something, that I would make it worse for the child.
Oh, yes.
You hear what I'm saying? Because of you.
Yeah.
This motherfucker's in my face telling me something. And that crossed my mind because I was this close to saying, hey, you talking to a motherfucking 4-year-old, stupid?
Yes.
What's wrong with you?
And they are, I mean, I'm sorry, but this is a stupid person. Like, they're not okay in their mind, and they obviously don't know how to raise a child.
Fuck, man.
And they don't have the patience, and
it's poverty. It's poverty. It's all it's the lack of education. It's being in a bad situation. Everything is closing in on you. The ceiling, the light bill, the heat bill. Fucking dude, man, he's fucking another bitch, and he just had another baby with blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Like it's just life, just fucking crumbling down on you.
Right.
You know, you're a single mom, and you're just you're just at the break. And this got you at this point. And so I analyze this and I think this because I've been in fucked up situations in life. And I think about, well, what would make me talk to a little kid like that?
Right.
Me personally, the way I am, I would say nothing, you know. But we do have our moments. You know, our people have their moments, you know. And it was bad, dude. And she didn't give a fuck. She was loud as shit in the supermarket. She didn't care about anyone her. Like, there's some people that maybe you got to worry about the people that are just fucking acting all cool in the market, you know? Maybe she's the least one you got to worry about, right?
Yes.
Who knows? There's different cases for different people, you know? The ones playing it off in the market. All right, come on, sweetie. What do you want? You know, and maybe there's something going, like you can never really We don't know what's happening behind closed doors.
We don't.
And you can be walking into these houses. You can be walking into these houses and they're just like, all right, clean the house. Candy's coming. You know, put some cookies on the table. We know she likes chocolate chips, right? I'm just saying, like, they can just be like setting the stage up for the fucking performance.
For sure. That's why when I go in a home, I never give my back to the door. I'm like, I need that door open.
Oh, you tell them that?
Yes, I need that door open.
The front door's always got to be open.
Yes. That the front door has to be open. I have to be sitting somewhere like near the door. And I need to know, like, I don't ask, but I'm aware of who's in the home. Because it's dangerous, you know.
Yeah.
You don't know who you're going with.
You going into the hoods too?
Yeah. Yeah. South Central.
Got a little strap on you?
No. I wish.
A little gun on you, a little pink gun. Says Candy. Great on it.
Rhinestoned out.
Rhinestoned out. Man, you need protection. Seriously, man. It's just, this world, man, is just, it's really, really crazy. But it starts, the reason why it's so crazy because it starts from the roots, the childhood, the upbringing, you know, and the craziness is passed on from generation to generation.
And, you know, during the pandemic, it was the worst because we had to do it over Zoom. So I was seeing, you know, that was a whole nother. I would ask parents, can we please get, you know, a box of crayons? We needed, so right now I take my toys, right, to the homes. I take my items, but during the pandemic, I couldn't go see them, right? So we were doing over Zoom, and I would tell the parents, hey, can you please get, you know, a box of crayons, go to the 99-cent store, buy a notepad, and, you know, we'll figure it out. And it's just $10, it's just $20, and they're like, I can't, Candy, like, I really can't.
It's not in the budget.
It's not in the budget. I have to buy milk, I have to pay bills, and you know, it was during that time that I just went to the stores and I started buying a whole bunch of items, and I would take them to the parents.
Ah, man. It's not in the budget. The livelihood of my childhood is not in the budget. And that's just, you know, no shade on the parent, but sometimes some people can be easily judged from hearing that because they've never experienced that, right? Mm-hmm. But then there's some people that are made different, and they're like, you know what, it's not in the budget, but somehow, some way, even if I got to go steal that shit, I'm going to steal that shit. Because there's some gangster-ass moms, there's some gangster-ass dads that be like, bam, you're going to whistle at the neighborhood crackhead, hey, you want some crack, homie? Check it out. I need crayons, I need coloring paper, and they're going to make it happen.
Yeah.
I've been there and I've seen it.
Yeah.
You know? Priorities, huh?
Right.
Priorities. Are you cold?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah? You want a sweater or something?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Casey's got an extra turtleneck laying right there. He shops at Old Navy.
Shop at Baby Gap, sir.
You have a really amazing job, and I think it's important. And it's important that we have individuals like yourself on this platform to share these stories and you know, your profession, your struggle. It's a struggle, right?
It is.
It's just a struggle.
It is.
And
I have
so
to deal with so many personalities,
besides
so many needs.
Yeah, and not only from the child.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's I love it. I wouldn't change it for anything in the world.
That's good, man. So you talked about the dude pulling the belt on you. Do you have another crazy story of a situation that happened in someone's home, or maybe some shit that you saw that you're like, oh damn, let me turn a blind eye to that. I mean, not that you would turn a blind eye because you're not supposed to do that, but or is it just confidential stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And so when you do these wellness days, you talked about doing wellness days where you have to worry about your mental health. I mean, how do you do that? How do you just take a step back and just breathe, you know, breathe a little and just not have to just kind of hit the reset button? What do you do for yourself?
Well, what I like to do to, you know, decompress is I like to run, and I like to meditate. That's what I do. I do breathing techniques.
Yeah.
To help me with stress. Yeah.
What kind of breathing techniques you do?
the diaphragmatic breathing,
Yeah.
like where you blow your stomach out,
Yeah.
and then you have to inhale, but all the way in, blow your
Yeah.
stomach out, and then breathe it out. But you have to do that repeatedly,
Yeah.
and it helps with anxiety levels and stress.
I was in a lockup environment one time, and I got my hands on a book. I think it was called Tai Chi, something like that, and it had breathing exercises. And so next thing you know it, I'm right here I'm in East Max, L.A. County, Wayside, and I had a top bunk fighting this case, and I've always dealt with horrible anxiety. I've had like, I've had mental health little issues since a child, and I'm transparent about it. I actually, to this day, I see a psychologist. You gotta get yourself treated. All right? Shit, I got a union, got some good ass fucking benefits. Shit, I was getting everything checked out. They were tired of my ass. So they're like, "What's wrong with you this week, motherfucker?" Yes. I'm like, "This toenail's growing in crooked." Dude, I was just like, dude, I got insurance. I don't know what the fuck to do with myself. Everything. I was just, because I never had insurance. I never seen a dentist as a kid, And anyways, so I get my hands on this book, back what I was saying. And this is me just trying to work out my anxiety, all this stuff, and I'm reading this breathing book, and you close your eyes, you take a deep breath, and you work the stress as you exhale. You work out different parts of your body. All right, right now, inhale, exhale, and as I exhale, I'm pushing the stress from my midsection to my thighs, my knees, and I'm letting it release through my toes. This is what this book's telling me to do, and I would do it, and, when you're in an environment like that of, fucking macho men and all kinds of different fucking characters and creatures, there's got to be a point in time where you just say, man, fuck it, I'm doing this for myself. I don't know what it looked like on that top bunk doing that shit. I do that shit because I felt like I needed something, and when you're raised in the system, county system, state system, it's frowned upon for good homies, solid homies, strong gangsters to go and see the psych or to get that type of medical attention. It's looked at as a weakness, and so I had to find alternatives, so that time I had that book, but I'm very.
How was it for you?
I mean, it kept my mind busy. Sometimes you got to keep your mind busy. You got to distract it. You got to play a trick on your own self. Yes. You got to, sometimes you got to fucking psych yourself out, bro. And I had to really psych myself out in a sense of, trying to lose myself from my thought process that I was the current state of huge amounts of stress and anxiety, court case, surrounded situation. Whatever's going on outside, Mm-hmm. And so it was an escape for me. And you know what? It worked. It worked at the time, but that is something that is very, internal, and you have to practice
Yes.
it. Yeah.
It takes some time to get used to it. It's something new. It's nothing that we teach, that we've been educated on as growing up. When I'm with my little kids and they're throwing a tantrum, I'm like, I wait for them to have their tantrum. I ignore them, and I'm like, okay, now you're back. Now let's do some breathing techniques.
You do that with the little kids
too? Yes, I do
too?
that with the little kids.
Teach me a little bit of that.
And then the mom tells me, Candy, we were at the store and she didn't get what she wanted, and she was doing the breathing techniques.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes.
I love that.
And these are 2, 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds.
You know what you're doing? You're putting tools in their toolbox. You're giving them tools. And we are raised without any tools. Hey, can you give her that little velvet blanket we got over there, bro? You put over your arms? Yes, for sure. Yeah. Give her that little velvet blanket.
Yeah, Nick.
Yeah, please. It's cold in here. Is it around here? We had it around here.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Where is it? Well, maybe it's in the storage.
Yeah, it might be in the storage area. It's a little velvet blanket.
More in that box right there.
It's cold in here, but thank God it's cold in here. You know why? Because I love this studio because the air conditioner is always turned all the way up.
Even that brown box right there, Nick, underneath that.
No, there's wine in that one. There's wine in that brown box. And so, breathing techniques. How do you teach the kids breathing techniques? And man, and kids, dude, like you got grown adults that their attention span is about that. The bandwidth is about that. Put it around her shoulders, bro. You got that? Is that cool? Does that work?
Yeah. I'll put it right here.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, don't worry about that. The blanket's K9 and Jaylene of little stiff might be stiff blanket. So breathing techniques.
Yes.
How do you teach the little ones breathing techniques? I mean, especially if they might be a little bit of ADHD and all that other
Right.
cool shit,
Yes.
cool stuff. I mean, how do you teach them that?
So I hold their hands, I squeeze them.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, pay attention to me, look at me, and I make sure that there's this connection with me and the kid. Like I'm here with you. Whatever you're going through, like whatever reason you're crying for, like it's okay. So I grab their hands because this is also like a sensory stimulation.
Yeah.
That it helps with stress. So I squeeze them, I squeeze their arms, and then I tell them to look at me, and then I tell them to breathe in, and then breathe out. And then if they don't, they're like, no, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I'm like, we're going to do it. Come on, do it with me. And then they feel better.
Can we practice, Nick? Can you act like a toddler right now, and she can demonstrate? Would you demonstrate with Nick?
He's already bald, so that works.
Yeah. Would you demonstrate? Casey, can you demonstrate with Casey? Yeah?
No.
No?
I can show you this. Like,
Okay, he's
so
a creep. You don't want to touch
another,
his hands. They'll probably be all moist and shit.
Another tool that I use if children don't like to breathe. It's a sensory brush.
Uh-huh.
And I help kind of
Oh, yeah.
relax them with this.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
It's a sensory brush that I use with my students.
Well, and what is it really, though? Is it a fucking... It's nice. Where do you get these things from?
I order them on Amazon.
Yeah?
I do that to their hair, to their ears,
That shit feels good,
to their
too.
belly, their ears,
Contaminated.
Ears?
feet, everything. I give them a whole massage.
With this? That's awesome. Kids need massages. And it's just... And it makes them feel good, important.
Right.
I mean, it's probably attention that... It's probably attention that their family is just maybe can't give them some.
Right. Oh, when it comes to me identifying the reasons for the behaviors, it's usually 4 reasons why kids do what they do. It's for attention. It's one of them. I don't know if like one of your daughters ever like kind of did something she was not supposed to, and she turned around and looked at you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's attention seeking. Children do that to get your attention. And then another one is for escape. They're escaping from doing something that they don't want to do.
Yeah, all the time.
Sensory. So sometimes children do things because it feels good, like maybe smelling a blanket all the time. You guys know what I mean? Smelling a blanket.
My Liana does that.
Sensory, yes, okay.
She does that. She has her, she calls it a binky.
Okay.
Her binky. Where's my binky at? It's this little blanket that she's had forever. And
Yeah, so children do that for sensory reasons.
but define that a little bit more for me, just so I can have understanding with my kids why they do that. Sensory.
So when it comes to like children with autism, some children can clap their hands all day, wave their hands, smell things. I don't know the reason why, like biologically, I don't know why they're doing that.
Yeah.
But they're doing it because it feels good. It stimulates the brain.
Well, let's look at it like this. I'm smoking a vape, right? So there's all levels of stimulation in regards to if you're a child or if you're a grown adult.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, like why is this dude? Look at, I can't get this thing out of my hand. Look at it.
Told you.
You know, and it just gives me it's a sensory thing, huh? Gives me comfort.
It might, yeah. Access to tangibles too is another reason why people do what they do. They just want access to something.
I was thinking the other day, I was getting off of work, and I was like, man, and so I try not to smoke this as much as I do on this podcast, outside of this podcast, but I was like, man, I can't wait to get home to hit this vape, right? and then it reminds me of patterns in my life. Like sometimes I would go to Johnny's bar in my neighborhood when I was just trying to be good, be cool, but I knew always once I get a couple drinks that right after that I'd want to go get high. You know, I'd want to go, and this is when I was trying to stay away from it. I'm sure it all just like ties in somehow, some way, from kids to adults and why they do what they do. If it's a blanket, crutches, not crutches, what is it called, bro? Things that we need in our life that are not necessarily good for us. This is adults, we're talking kids. Mm-hmm. I'm looking a little too far, and I'm not even stoned or anything like that. I didn't smoke weed. I don't want to smoke weed with you because, I wanted to keep my head screwed on a little bit more straighter than I usually am, because this is my downtime right here.
I see.
Yeah,
okay.
I like to have, this is my therapy sessions. This is my, and I'm sure it's a lot of people's, when they listen to this too, just hearing this information, a lot of people could relate. There's probably people with kids right now that are thinking about, you have other stuff right here. What else do we have?
Yeah, so
you have puzzles. You have these little teddy bears with this right here. What is that?
yeah, so like I was mentioning earlier that there's 6 areas of development. One of them is cognitive skills. It's a very important part. They all kind of intertwine with each other to help prepare the kids for school, right? That's ultimately what I try to do, prepare children for school. So, for example, cognitive skills means that the child is learning to solve problems, and within just that area, there are different levels, like learning to put, the size cups together, learning sizes. Associating and discriminating things, cause and effect. So, for example, when it comes to cognitive skills, an activity that children can do is learn to match colors. And some of the things I do with these kids is I just give them, like, I put this in their desk and then I help them, like, match the colors. This has to do with associating and putting things together. Any questions?
No. Just and you want to be able to, and this is all a part of your diagnosis with the child, because if you gave that to them, you gave them the teddy bears that fit, and they were the same colors, same sizes, and they mismatched them,
yes.
Then what diagnosis would you be giving them?
Oh, I'm not a psychologist. I don't diagnose them. I just prepare them
for the diagnosis.
No, for because they have a delays, I help them get to
where they
reach
need
their
to be.
milestones.
Their milestones.
Yes,
there
yes.
you go.
I help them reach their milestones because it takes them kind of a long time to learn to do things.
So I have friends that have kids that have autism.
Okay.
And you deal with a lot of that, right?
Yes.
And we talked a little bit in the beginning about why maybe some kids have autism, and you were saying. No, you weren't saying. Well, we said something that maybe had to do with maybe the age of the woman or whatnot, that maybe kids have autism. But what is, when you work with those kids, it's a little bit of different, huh?
Yes.
Yeah. What is there a particular kid that you say you're tailored to, that you like,
working with children with autism is my ultimate favorite thing to do.
Okay.
I like working with children. I have the
Why?
Okay, when you work in this field, you have to have a lot of patience. We have a certain type of patience that it takes a long time for people to piss us off or to get us upset or frustrated. When you go into this field, you have to have a certain level of patience. Our patience is different. But what was your question? I'm sorry.
Yeah. So no, you answered a question that I was trying to spit out, and you pulled it out of me, and thank you for that. And so with autism kids, man, they're so interesting,
yes,
huh?
They are.
Because they're
so different. No one's the same. Everyone's so different.
And what are the differences that you see within the kids that have autism?
So when I start catching signs when they're little, that's the thing. Sometimes it's really hard for parents to identify, the signs with autism. And sometimes if it's a high functioning, that doesn't usually show up until later on in life, like when they're teenagers, right? So when I am observing a child, I'm observing, and some of the signs that I see is when children are standing on tippy toes. They're walking on tippy toes all day.
Why?
I don't know. That's just a sign.
That's a sign for autism.
Not responding to their name, and they're 2-3 years old, and you're like, Sophia, Sophia, and they don't answer. They're not listening to
Auditory.
Instructions.
Yeah.
Like okay,
Commands.
yes, commands.
Yeah.
Okay, let's put this right here, and they grab it and they throw it in my face. That's it takes them a long time to just stack blocks. That's one big one that I catch with babies with autism, is that they cannot stack a 2-block tower, and they don't want to bang them together or stack them.
Wow. So there's just different levels in the spectrum with autism.
Yes. Another thing that I catch early on is sensory issues. They're afraid of getting their hands wet. They overreact when I blow bubbles, when I wet their hands, when I put hand sanitizer in their hands. They overreact, exaggerating. They don't want to touch wet things. I don't know if you've ever come across that.
Yeah, it's like phobias and stuff, or OCDs type of thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And the parents are like, well, I just don't give it to him. And I'm like, no, we have to expose them, because when they go to school, they're going to be exposed to these things.
Yeah.
And we want them to be able to take it, right? So what I do when it comes to sensory issues is I just put like Play-Doh. I make it like, I cut them into like little balls, and then I grab the kid's hand and finger, and I just start helping them squeeze it with their fingers, little by little. I don't push the child to do it, and I don't force them.
Is there any type of do you believe in pharmaceuticals, like medication for these kids? Are you a herbalist? Are you just all about techniques, practice, trial, error, practice, build the skills?
Like medicine?
Yeah, medicine. Is there medicine for the kids?
That's not, I don't believe in it.
Okay.
Based on my culture and how I was raised, I don't believe children should be giving medication, but that's up to the parent. That option is up to the parent.
Do you have any knowledge in like CBD?
No.
Okay. Yeah.
But I am aware that there's kids that
take CBD?
Yes.
Yeah, and obviously that it's from their parents that are.
Yes, that would be up to the parents, or like sleeping pills, or
Do you see that that there's more boys that are autistic or girls?
That's a good question. I think I would see in my caseload, I think a good, I want to say boys. Yeah.
So one of my moms is works at the regional center in Pomona.
Okay.
Yeah, so she's been doing this her whole life.
Yes.
Yeah, since she graduated college, and then she also got her master's in it too from Azusa Pacific.
Okay.
And yeah, bless her heart. She loves it.
She's a coordinator?
I don't know her exact position.
Okay.
I don't know her exact, but she still goes out there with the kids and all that.
Oh, she goes see the kids?
Yeah, still, yeah.
Okay, yeah, she's probably a coordinator.
Yeah, she goes out there and sees the
so
kids.
The coordinators, when you guys contact the coordinators, they're the ones that provide the services for the children, like speech therapy, OT, occupational, physical therapy, early intervention. Yes. But ever since the pandemic, a lot of companies have been wanting to work through Zoom.
Through Zoom, and you were saying that's extremely difficult. How does that? I mean, it hardly benefits. Does it? Does it really?
If the therapist knows what she's doing, I had a whole back screen, green screen.
Yeah. Okay, nice.
The therapist has to be very motivating to do that.
So during the COVID, it made your job a lot harder.
Yeah, for sure.
In regards to progress within the kids,
yes.
Your caseload.
Yes, and parents would tell me, Candy, I don't think this is gonna work. I'm like, no, we have to make it work.
And maybe some of the parents don't have maybe a laptop, maybe the things that they need to do with Zoom. Maybe. Yeah. I mean, you could do it over your phone though, right?
Yeah, they were doing it on their phone. Parents who didn't have the technology, then unfortunately their services would have to be placed on hold for the next 2 years.
For the next 2 years.
Mm.
Wow.
That's a lot. Yeah, and that yeah, it was really bad.
And so your progress report within your caseload, do you see a lot of progress?
Yes, for sure.
So what you're doing is what you've been taught to do,
Yes.
right? Do you implement your own things as well?
Yes, because at the every 3 months we do quarterly reports, and so someone will come out and the evaluators, and they'll come and they'll see, okay, they'll test the children in each area of development, and then that's how they'll know, like, okay, yes, they've been progressing.
And so you got a good you have good how do you say it? You have good reviews in your teachings, in your therapy sessions.
For the most part, yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You know what I want to do? I want to pay some bills right now. Let's take a quick break. If you have to use the restroom, anything like that, let me pay some bills right now. And I think I want to open up the phone line because there may be people watching right now that have kids and may want to ask you some questions. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So let's pay some bills, guys. We're gonna take a quick break, and we're gonna be back with Candy. I'm gonna open up the phone line. You guys call in, ask Candy whatever you want. Keep it respectful, guys. Let me see right here. Okay, I want to give a big love to Apish OG. You can cop all their amazing flavors of Apish OG at OG Nation in the city of Maywood. Come get your flour and edibles. OG Nation is a one-stop shop for all your needs. Follow them on Instagram at apish_OG. All right, and hey, peep game, my personal private jeweler is running 10% off discounts this month on custom work. He has the best prices in the game, and the attention to detail is one of a kind that you can't get anywhere else. His prices are much affordable than competitors. It is because he's a one-stop shop and does everything himself, from creating 3D files to casting gold, polishing your piece, and even setting diamonds. All right, I want you guys to holler at the homie. He's going to give you, I've known this dude since he was 5 years old. Dude, this dude is, I love this dude, Daniel, man. You know, follow him on Instagram, hit his DM, and hit his DM for, you'll get I think 10% off if you mention Hood Stocks, and hit his Instagram at d.leo the jeweler. All right. I have one more ad right here. Hold on, I didn't place it. Let me see. Let me get you guys real quick on this. Here it is right here. Let's do it like this. All right. Bop. Okay, guys. You see this right here? Wait, no. That right there. Morty's. What does it say again?
Morty's Interdimensional Gummies.
Morty's Interdimensional Gummies. Prepare for blast off and embark on an interdimensional journey of self-discovery and exploration like never before. Introducing the exclusive Rick and Morty Interdimensional Gummies, your passport to inner realms of consciousness. All right, unlock your mind's eyes and allow your sense to finally come alive without the string that strain our perception of the world. With Rick and Morty Gummies, you can experience all of this and more. All right, check it out. I'm gonna leave it at that, right? Holler at the homie right here on Instagram, all right? At Rick and Morty Gummies Official. Tap in with them on Telegram for more info, all right? Quick break, guys. We'll be back.
Sorry.
Man, shit just getting crazier and crazier, my G. The streets are undefeated. Not trying to promote violence, just saying protect your family. To anyone trespassing on one man's life, take note. The devil is alive and well, but so is God. Choose one. I stalk like a wolf, pray I don't shoot. Muzzle on your face, I'm a problem for your goofs. I stalk like a wolf, pray I don't shoot. Muzzle on your face, I'm a problem for your goofs.
I brought a gun with me, cause I'm ready for it all. Mama told me I was gifted, and I'm different from you all.
Yeah, pick the shells up, turn the hail up. Forever undefeated, the streets will fail us. Mom and pop screaming, God prepare us. Sometimes water comes in sand. God made the deal, I shook his hand like a man. Lucky you, my wipe the blood my spiritual endeavors. Every day I'm tested, every day corrected. My hands are in the air, God bulletproof vest me. Resurrect my senses. Those were never bored, Lord, take me to your chamber. Teach me your ways out of love or with anger. I feel disgusted as I all up this musket. People taking lives out of ignorance is busted. They shooting up schools. Father with felonies, I got everything to lose. I stalk like a wolf, pray I don't shoot. Muzzle on your face, I'm a problem for your ghost. I stalk like a wolf, pray I don't shoot. Muzzle on your face, I'm a problem for your ghost.
I brought a gun with me, cause I'm ready for it all. Mama told me I was gifted, and I'm different from you all. Forgotten soldier, I'm just a victim of war. It was the cans of Jack Mac that I ate on the yard. It was the welfare lines I was too proud to wait on. It was my little girl's neck wrapping umbilical cords. I carry on, cause glory wait on no man. How I look blaming you for the commitment I lack. You the type to keep a bitch after she fuck with your man. They try and kill the homie cause she gave up the ass. I walk in class, my style's elegant, I'm gangster. If it's making you uncomfortable, well homie, get your cash up. Complaining the answer, go and put to work. You got designer on, I got blisters that hurt for what it's worth. I don't hate on no man, but I'ma kill a motherfucker if he taking a stand. Not for the gang, but for the children that he left with no dad. Don't blame the devil where we from, Jesus died over a rap,
I stalk
motherfucker.
like a wolf, pray I don't shoot. Muzzle on your face, I'm a problem for your ghost. I stalk like a wolf, pray I don't shoot. Muzzle on your face, I'm a problem for your ghost.
I brought a gun with me, cause I'm ready for it all.
Yeah.
Mama told me I was gifted, and I'm different from you all.
Baby. Let's do this real quick. Leave it like that for a minute, Casey. Leave it like that for a minute. Let me do this. Everybody hit that like, hit that subscribe, all that good stuff, man. Appreciate you guys tapping in with us. We need to do more of these right here. Educational tools for the household. We used to do it a lot. But when we do it, you know, people want the gangster shit. They're like, where the gangster shit at, Lucky? You know, they want to hear the war doggies. And I feel it, but at the same time, when we uplift the community, when we raising up the stocks, we giving tools, man. We got to give tools to the community. Right here, we giving tools to the community. I love you guys. The phone lines are open. You want to call up? Let's get it cracking. You're going to talk to Candy right here, and she's going to, let's see which one do you want, Candy. Hold on. Let me see where you at. Candy, guest. I mean, maybe 3?
Or her headphones on 3, yeah.
3? Is that better right there?
Yes, much better.
There you go. Blowing out your eardrums, girl.
Yes.
Jesus. How have you liked this so far?
Interesting.
Interesting?
Yeah.
Interesting and like
It was
the guy
fun.
that you're sitting across from? This guy needs a little therapy, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah?
No.
It's
He needs
okay.
a fidget spinner.
A fidget spinner. You know what, Candy? I'm a 46-year-old man that is still trying to find the best person that I can be. And with that work comes a lot of inner work within ourselves, right? I mean, if you don't ever stop trying to be the best person that you can be, and you're not working on yourself, then damn, bro, you're going to be stuck. Let's get this phone call right here.
Okay.
Bob, you're on Hood Stocks. Talk to us.
What's up, dog?
What up, doggy?
What's up? Am I the first caller?
Yes, sir.
Hey, dog. Hey, much love to your guests, bro, and to you, bro. I watch you like a motherfucker, dog. But, damn, you didn't even post this guest, bro. Like you were gonna have somebody on, bro. It's like a surprise, this shit, dog. Good looking, bro. You know what I mean? But
I got a little caught off guard. Not caught off guard because she's been booked since last week, and I posted on all my social medias except YouTube. I posted you on YouTube today, but then I worked like
yeah.
fucking.
Nah, hey,
yeah, sorry,
I don't have no social media, dog. I only have YouTube and shit, dog. But yeah, no, much love to you and your guests, bro. But hey, does your to your guest, does she have a kid with autism?
No.
Do you have a child with autism?
No, I don't have kids.
You want kids?
Oh, okay. Well,
Maybe.
yeah. Much love
in the
to you
future.
for working with somebody, but you would never know what a parent, you know what I mean, would feel like with somebody with autism. You know what I mean,
Right.
but
Do you have
much love to you work with them. You know what I mean,
Do you have a
but
kid
hey,
with
personal
autism?
question, do you have, bro? No. Yeah, you know what I mean, nah, but yeah, dog, you'll never know. You know what I mean? Obviously, I'm saying that because I do, bro.
Yeah, and so yes, I would never know because I don't have kids as of yet. But
Nah, but much love to you
Yeah.
for trying. You know what I mean, and
Not
but,
trying.
Yeah,
She does this
some
as a
of this shit
profession,
is-
bro.
Yeah, my work and my school speak for me. I've been doing
Yeah.
this. I love it. And
That ain't shit though. Fuck work in school, bro. Like, I mean, maybe school,
yes,
bro, but
right.
somebody, but like Casey, bro. Shout out to your mom because she's a real one, bro. She's been working the regional center for years, right?
Yeah, she's been working there since she was about like 22 years old, and she's almost like 50. So
Still,
That's right,
and
bro.
she's still looking good.
Yeah.
Fool. His mom.
Oh my god, hey, bro. Yeah, that's all. Hey, but much love to you, Casey. Shout out to
Thanks,
your
man.
mama, bro.
Mom's sexy
Whoa.
as fuck. Okay.
whoa.
Sorry about that, Casey. Your co-host. What up?
Hey, co-host. I just want to ask a quick question. Like, can she explain what it takes for parents to get their kids into the regional center? Is it through a primary care doctor?
Yeah, so you
Or
can,
does it have to be through a neurologist? Or how can you get your kid into the regional center? It's not that easy, right?
so you have to talk to your doctor in regards to any concerns that you have. Maybe your child is not whatever concerns you have.
Right, they're not meeting their goals,
Yes, if
right?
they're not meeting their goals, if they're not sitting down properly, if they don't want to rotate their body from their back to their tummy. Now, if your doctor doesn't listen, then yes, because there's sometimes doctors don't listen. They say, "Oh, my child is going to grow out of this." Then you can reach out to the regional center in your
But
area.
is the regional center, I understand it's through your area that you're associated with, but do you need a referral, or can you just take your child in there feeling like your doctor's not listening? Do you take your child to the regional center, or what kind of referrals are needed for them to get their kids in there?
You know what? That's a good question. You have to call the regional center in your area.
Okay.
Yes. Because after the pandemic, a lot of the regional centers closed the doors, like they were not open to anyone.
For a new referral?
Yes, like to go
Okay.
in the office. So it's better if you
Okay.
just call.
Okay, well, it's good for parents that have kids with, like, not just ADHD, but, they have auditory processing disorders. All of these things are very rarely diagnosed until the kids are about 7 or 8 in school trying to. So, a lot of parents don't know about the regional center and how to get their kids in there.
Yes. Yeah, so you have to talk to your doctor. Your doctor has to give you the referral for it.
Okay. Well, thank you for all the information you're giving. You're great.
Thank you.
Yeah, she is great. Thank you, Jennifer. Love you, girl.
Okay. Love you too. Okay,
All right,
bye.
You're on Hood Stocks. Talk to us.
Hey, how's it going, man? I'm just gonna first of all say that everything I want to say is with the full most up respect. So first of all, I just want to say thank you to your guests, because without people like that, we really wouldn't have parents who need to go to work and have those that extra help for the kids. Some parents actually need to go to work. They don't have the time to be there 24/7 with their child. I'm speaking from firsthand experience. I think the caller from beforehand was maybe, I don't know, he maybe had a bad experience with a therapist, which
Yes, and it
we have
happens.
had,
It happens.
which we have had in our household. We have had gone through a couple of different therapists.
Yes.
But you can't give up, man. If you want to help your kid, you will find the therapist for your
Yes.
child.
Yes.
And
you people,
another
I
thing- and another
suggest.
thing- I was just gonna say another thing that I think Lucky has or was under the assumption that a lot of these households are like drug homes, but people need to understand that the kids that are getting this help, their parents actually had to put in the effort to
Yes.
find the help,
Exactly.
which is already a struggle within itself.
Yes.
Like it wasn't easy to get this help. It
No.
took like over a year. So
And
shout
I
out to the
asked.
parents.
I ask parents to be patient with us, because we are going into your homes. We don't know what we're walking into. Just be patient. There's the therapists who are out there doing their job, and they really care about these kids, and they're not just, oh, I'm gonna try this out. There's good therapists out there, and I suggest that you work with the supervisor, the BCBA, the whoever is on the case, and you speak to these professionals, and you to ask them, how can I help my kid? Because I'm just here with your kid for 2 hours a day, but the parents are with him all day.
Yeah.
And so I suggest that you ask questions, and you sit there with it. I tell the parent, I need you to sit here with me because I need you to learn what your child has, the goals for.
And shout out to the mom. Shout out to my wife, because she is my rock. Without her, the meetings, all the counseling meetings, all the therapy sessions, all that stuff, that's tough work. So all the moms, if you're a husband and you got to go to work, and your wife is the one staying home for those sessions, and got to take them to school, because my kids get 2 sessions a day and they go to school. 2 ABA sessions a day, 4 hours a day, and they go to school.
Yes.
So
do you believe in what she does, bro?
100%. I see it firsthand.
But so the caller before, and you said that maybe he had a bad experience, but he was saying, do you have a kid? Yeah, no, but we're assuming, and sometimes it's wrong for us to assume. But I can see a lot of parents, not a lot of parents, a small percentage of parents might say, well, do you have kids? Do you have a kid with autism? Do you know what the fuck you're talking about? How are you going to? But she said, she went to school, bro. I mean, not
even that. It's not even the school. Sometimes you can have the schooling in the world, but you have to have the experience. And
they have family members, firsthand, nieces, nephews. A lot of the workers themselves have family members. Like, that's from what I've experienced.
And sometimes it's not even, it has to be a cultural thing, right? Like I go in those homes and I know what it is to be poor. I know what it is. Oh, your baby's hungry and, there's no food. Like, sometimes I go out of my way and I get breakfast for the family. Yeah. And I know my baby, I call them my babies. He's going to want a muffin this morning. They like pancakes. They like strawberries. I know what they like. And so I know culturally, I tell the parents, don't worry about the mess. I know you're not perfect. I don't want you to worry about that. What matters is that how we're helping your kid right now.
Yeah.
You only have me, and culturally,
and that's my daughter in the back. So sorry about that.
You're good, brother. You're good, bro.
Man, I just wanted to call in.
Do your kids have autism, or one of your kids have autism?
I have a set of twins. They both have autism.
Okay, so you know the struggle then.
Yeah. So I have a boy and a girl. They both, one is high functioning, one is nonverbal. So I know how it is. And
nonverbal, how old is he?
They're 4.
4 years old?
Just turned 4.
Okay, yeah. Do you know, really quick, if you want to help your baby that's nonverbal, do you have flashcards for him?
Yeah, we have flashcards.
Yes, I suggest that you go over this with him every single day, and that he observes your mouth. Like, for example, let's say, like you want to show them a card, like a dog. Make sure that your baby's looking at your mouth, and like that it's looking at the movement of your mouth.
Yeah, we noticed that made a huge improvement. Just doing that stuff. The job that you're working, it really is God's work. It's God's work. Like you said, you got to have a mass amount of patience. The parents have to have a mass amount of patience. Shout out to the parents. Huh?
Like, yeah, we need a lot of patience. We saw with the previous caller.
I'm just referring to what you had said, that you need a lot of patience for the jobs. And I'm just agreeing on that.
Right. That statement. And if your child is not opening, does he open his mouth?
Yeah, he blurbs out stuff. He hasn't gotten to a full word.
Oh, okay. You can.
But he's gonna get. He will get there. I know he will get there.
Yes, he will, brother.
Okay. You can send me a message and I can help you with that.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah. I will.
Yes, because it's a lot of
Instagram
parts. It has to do with a lot of parts. It's also with receptive language, understanding what the meaning of the word is. So I encourage parents to show talk to your kid all day, every day. Describe what they're doing. Oh, Jimmy's brushing his teeth. Jimmy is putting on his shoes. Jimmy's running 24/7. It has to be done all the time.
Yeah. And Lucky, thanks again for having this guest. I think you guys should do like once a month, something like this, because she's right. It's crazy how it's in our community, the black and the brown community.
And then,
once a month, something like this, and educational that we don't even really talk about, something we don't even like talking about. It would be great.
Hey.
Hey, bro, I think with
Goonies get
Autism
what the
Month,
Goonies want, baby, and that's what you guys want. This is what we're gonna do, baby.
For your son, like I would also suggest building 2-piece puzzles. Once your child learns how to do a 2-piece puzzle, challenge them. Don't stay there forever. Move on to a 4-piece puzzle.
the kid is crazy smart. He's great with puzzles. The one thing we're just trying to get him to is the talking.
Is the talking, okay.
But with the puzzles, he could do the puzzles. I heard you talking about the stacking. Yes. That was a struggle for him at first. That's no longer a struggle.
Yes.
The lining up of the toys was a huge struggle for him. I'm sure you see that a lot.
Yes.
But yeah, none of that is there anymore. Thanks to the work that ABA has been doing for the past,
ABA
I think,
like
maybe 6 months. Yeah, it works. I see it. So I was just calling to give you guys props because that's God's work, man. It really does work. And I'm sorry to anybody that's had bad experiences, but just don't give up, man. These are our kids, and
we have to keep challenging them. We have to keep challenging them and pushing them and encouraging them and being there, holding them, and sitting there
most
with them.
definitely.
Right.
Hey, thank you for calling. I want to get this next caller. All right, thank you, brother.
Have a good one.
Best of luck, bro.
Hey, lucky the number fell off.
What up? What up, baby? What up, Hector? Hello.
Hector. Hey, the number fell off as a pin.
Okay, I'll put it back on.
Thanks.
What up, my G?
Hello.
Yo, what up, doggy? Talk to me.
What's up, Lux? Hey, Candy.
Hello.
Look, something that you said earlier really hit me at home, and I'm sure Candy understands this, but the audience needs to understand this. Growing up, we're really poor. I'm talking about when you said the parents didn't have the technology to do FaceTime with you. And growing up, I grew up in Highland Park, and we're poor. We're poor enough where when I was in school, I used to bring home the little canned milks, the little cardboard milks home because we didn't have no milk at home. So if I was in a situation with a parent that had a kid with autism or whatever that you had to deal with, and I wouldn't have the technology if I was my parents to communicate with you, because I don't think a lot of people understand how poor you can be. Mm-hmm. Like how poor people can really be when you got to deal with certain stuff like that. I got a daughter with auditory processing, and it took me, she's 21 now, and it took me, I say 20 years to understand it. To understand what auditory processing is.
Okay.
All along I thought she was just ignoring me. And I would get so mad at her and punish her, which now I know was so wrong, but it took 20 some years for me to understand what auditory processing is.
Yes, and it's not your fault. It's just that in our community we haven't been informed.
Yeah, exactly. I had no clue until she became an adult, and I seen that she was still acting the same way she was acting when she was a kid. And I feel so bad now because I punished her all her life because I thought she was just ignoring what I was saying, but I never understood what auditory processing is, and if you can elaborate on that, it would be great, because I think a lot of parents should know what that is, because it would save the kids so much, oh my God, so much headaches, so much detrimental, drama, and it's just, oh my God, I hope you can elaborate on it, because I barely am understanding what that is.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I really
Hector, I love you, baby. I love you,
I
dog.
love you too,
Thanks for
Lux.
calling in,
Thank
bro.
you.
Shit.
All right, brother.
Motherfucker, day one right there. I love this motherfucker right here. Hey, so you wanna auditory?
I'm not. I don't work with that area.
So you're not fluent with
I'm
that.
not, no.
I want to put this number up right now.
Sorry.
Matter of fact, people are still calling, so let's do it until people stop calling. You're on Hoodstocks. Talk to us. Go ahead.
Hey, what's up? How's it going? Hey, how's it going, Hoodstocks?
It's going good, bro.
All right, that's what's up. Hey, how are you doing today, Candy?
I'm doing well. How about you?
Pretty good. Hey, I just want to, thank you for all your work, and man, that takes a lot of courage to be able to go into a house, and man, that story with that guy with the belt, like, oh man, that's all bad.
Yeah.
But I just want to thank you for all that. That's dope.
It's
Shoot, I might even. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
yeah. It's definitely a lot of work. Like it's scary. Sometimes it might not even be the home. It might be just the neighbors asking me who am I, and I can't disclose that information. I also go through a lot of discrimination. That's why I only stay within my area, my community, because I go out. I worked in other communities, and people think I'm the cleaning lady.
Shit, I'll be like, come clean my house, girl.
Hey, that's right. Hey, again, I
It's a
thank
little
you for all
dusty
that.
over here.
Hey, Lucky.
What up, dog?
Hey, G. I hope I'm not being rude in any way to Candy. Again, thank you to her. Hey, is K9 there? I had a question for him if he is, or
You know what?
the
Check it out.
or whatever.
Check it out.
Yeah.
So these guys, those fucking animals are gonna be on Monday night, bro. No,
Hey,
but
Hey, are they gonna take calls? Are they gonna take calls now?
we're working the phone calls, bro. We're working the phone calls, but right now
okay.
what these homies are doing, these individuals, my brothers, like these are my boys. I love these dudes, right? We talking K9,
Yeah.
we talking Droops, we talking my cousin Nick, we talking motherfucking Casey, the motherfucking Don Dada, slap you in your motherfucking baba.
Hey, the chip.
with the chip. Hey, he took that like a champ, and he was fighting that shit. But bro, check it out.
He did.
He did. He took it like a champ, and I'm really proud of that dude. And he is bossing up, and he set an example amongst them homies right there that, hey, you know what? I am the leader of this pack. I ate the chip. Not
That's
so.
right, Casey.
Yeah, I you know what, bro? I love that he did that, and I love that he was pressured into it a little bit, but he stood up to the challenge.
I didn't think people were going to donate the amount that I set, and they did.
Yeah, they did, and he's getting all of that. Even though YouTube takes a stupid percentage, but it's all good. You guys donate to the platform, man. That helps us big time. And now we got all the fellas right here doing their thing. But anyways, back to your question, brother, is the Whoop show will be taking phone calls soon. But you know what? I set some goals for them, bro. As I should, though, bro. Right. I set goals and I said, let's do this. We will take phone calls at this point, and they're going to be doing fucking having guests at another point, So stay tuned, support these homies right here, and the time's going to come, bro, where everything is going to open up because these men will succeed. These men will flourish. But I just really want them to work within themselves before getting too distracted with phone calls, because I can see these motherfucking animals. They will take the phone calls from the beginning to the end, bro, and they'll wrap it like that. No, I need them to work out their shit, dog. It's like a comedian, bro. You got to work out your bits, baby. You got to get stage time, dog. You got to get stage time. You got to work it. And then we fucking, Super Mario Brothers, baby. You got to get to the next level. For sure. Yeah, but
I got you.
I love what they're doing, bro. I love what they're doing, and the time will come for all of that, doggy. But K9 is not here right now. K9 is not here right now.
Yeah.
None of the guys are here right now.
It was just a question about the gang injunction. He had mentioned it, and I'm out of Orange County, though.
Well, bro, talk to me.
Looking into it. Yeah.
Check it out, my boy. I'm on the gang injunction, homie. You can ask me, my G. The Rodriguez Act. What you need?
Well, I looked into the Rodriguez Act, and see, I'm out of Orange County, though. And
it doesn't, you know what sucks for the homies from Orange County, bro, is I've passed. I got a phone number I can give you, bro. You know what I mean? But this is it's LA count. No, I can't give it to you right now.
Oh, okay.
But I can give it to you on if you get into my DM at Lucky Sun Zoo on Instagram, I'll shoot it to you, bro. It's the homegirl Lupe, not the homegirl, but it's the case manager for that, right? And she's dope as fuck. Okay. She's amazing, right? But I've tried to hook up some of the homies from OC, and I don't think it applies for homies of OC. It's only LA County, baby.
That's what they told me.
It doesn't apply, bro.
They told me when I talked to.
Yeah. So you've gotten the information. Right. So it's something that was passed for LA County, and I don't think it was passed for the other counties. So it doesn't roll over to the other counties because it's just different jurisdictions in regards to county politics, right?
Yeah. See, and that was going to be my follow-up question for Candy. If I did get helped out and I could go to school, I might look into, help, maybe not children, but I don't know if I have the patience, for those abusive parents, but maybe just like teenagers or like, adults, but we'll figure it out. You know what I mean? No worries.
Good luck.
Check it out, bro. Any way I can help you, bro, I will help you, bro. You know what I mean? So get at my DM. Let's take this conversation to my DM, which will lead to a phone call, bro. And we'll figure it out, dog. Whatever resources I have, baby, I got you, doggy. 100%. I'll give you the same number, bro. You can call up and you're probably going to get the same information that you've already gotten. But, bro, like this is what Hoodstocks is here for. We're here for the community. I don't give a fuck where you from, dog. Like we here to pass out information, knowledge to help us, just fuck, dog. Get a little break in life. Get a boost. Like, bro, I'm going to go back to UCLA this next coming semester, bro, from the Rodriguez Act, from the gang injunction. Big shout out to Droops, dog, for causing all the madness in the hood, bro.
Hey, shout out to Candy, shout out to Hoodstocks, shout out to Whoop. Hey, thank you guys. Thank you, Candy.
Hey, you're welcome.
Absolutely.
Have a good one.
Awesome.
Right. We are a tight-knit community right here at Hoodstocks, man. And this is just like, it's dope having you here and sharing this information and having some of the Goonies, some of the people that support this channel call in and have kids. Let's go right here. Sure. You good for a couple more phone calls?
Yes, for sure.
You're on Hoodstocks. Talk to us.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we
can.
Is
anybody there?
Hello?
Hello? Hello? Hello?
City Morgue.
Hello?
Hello?
¿Qué onda, güey?
All right, go ahead, dog. We got you.
No, I just wanted to say, I just wanted to give her, the homegirl in there right now, like her props for doing what she does for real. Because, as being a therapist, especially her work, it's fucking hard work. Me being I have a therapist that I see every week. And the biggest thing that people say, because I see my therapist every week, every Monday, from war, from PTSD, from combat and all that shit.
You served? You served?
Yeah.
Thank you for your service, brother. What level did you serve?
Afghanistan, 2010, 2011.
Are you a Marine?
And no, Army.
Okay. Thank you for your service, brother.
And the biggest thing that the misconception is, how can you listen to, like my therapist has, she went to school but she has no, combat related, nothing gang related. She's a square bear, but she has helped me the most. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I just want to, the whole thing about, you haven't walked a mile in my shoes, this and that. And, I just want to say, keep up the good work. You're helping kids.
Thank you.
I mean, it takes balls to do that.
Yes, for sure.
And I tell my therapist, man, she hears it all the time. How can you help me? You haven't been through what I've been through.
Yeah.
Yeah. But at the same time.
Yes, you guys are definitely motivating me to get my own therapist. Yeah. I don't have a therapist. I believe that, I come from a very strong background.
For you to see a therapist?
Yeah. Like my family, my brothers were always like, get it together, stop your bullshit. I don't want to hear you cry. So I have to I hold a lot of in.
You hold a lot of.
Yeah, and to me, seeing for me.
Yeah.
Me going out and seeking a therapist, I'm too. Yeah.
How is the insurance?
Yeah, and
how is it? Oh, I'm sorry, brother. Go ahead.
No. I just wanted to say, I'll let you guys go. That coming from when I served in all this and all that. That's how it was for me. You know, I don't need no therapist. What's this little therapist gonna do for me? I've seen that, been there, done that. But once I finally grabbed the, you know, when I see my homies, you know, struggle with addiction, you know, from many things, and some of them, you know, did do the S word. You know, I don't want to, you know, the S word, but you know, it's good, and I tell my therapist all the time, like, you know, she has helped me a lot, you know, and I don't ever, you know, like I hate when people say, oh, you don't know what it's like, you know, this and that, all that bullshit, you know.
People
but
like
it's
that.
good. Yeah, and that's how it is. And it's like I compare the whole, like, in a sense, Lucky, this is why I like your podcast, because look who you have here right now. It's helping us. I'm listening to this right now in my garage, and I'm like, well, damn, you know, Lucky brings out street dudes, but you're also bringing like
professionals.
What? Say again?
Professionals that are servicing our community. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. And that's what helps people. Now, I know you're a funny ass motherfucker, so fuck you, Lucky, and all this.
Yeah.
But you're time and place, and this helps a lot. Trust me, I just shot this. I copy and pasted the link to this live right now to my homie from Georgia who served with me. You know what I mean? And it's really you might not think much, Lucky, but it fucking helps. Like, not just, you know, street people, but like,
I just look like I don't think too much, bro. But I'm a fucking big thinker, bro. I just look like
no.
I just look like fucking Gumby or SpongeBob, bro.
Gumby, dude.
I'm a big overthinker, bro. And so I'm always trying to figure out ways that we can enlighten the community. And I've had a lot of these individuals like Candy on in the past, bro. And and you know what? And sometimes I do it, bro. I do it because I know it, even if it's a small audience, bro, because people want the gangster shit. But if it's a small audience, it's gonna help. It can help a handful of people, and that's what matters, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure, bro. And like, keep doing your thing, bro. And like, for real, like you may be a, you know, this street dude solo and this, all this and that. You got Casey in there looking like a nerd and all this, but man, the combination. Yeah, I'm a nerd too. Fuck you. I'm good.
It's the 1-2 punch, baby. You know what I mean? I punch you in the face. Casey bites your dick, dog. You know what I mean? I call that the 1-2 punch, bro.
Yeah, see, and you don't even know how like the audience that you have, like, by doing this or bringing her in like this, bro. Trust me, bro. I got a bunch of you for real right now. You have like at least 5 of my homies that were with me in Afghanistan, fucking watching this right now, homie.
Appreciate you, brother, and thank you,
yeah,
and thank you, 5 brothers, for your service. Thank you so much, bro. I've had so many military dudes on here in the beginning, bro. I've always tried to have gangsters and military dudes, bro, because honestly, there's a lot that these two individuals from so to speak, 2 different fields, right? You know, they have a lot in common, bro. PTSD, you know, all kinds of stuff, bro.
Yeah, PTSD. It's all PTSD, and fucking, we all come out with a little bullet hole here, bullet hole there. And we're too tough to seek a therapist, you know. But
you know what I want to do, bro? I want to have the gangster versus the military dude, bro. Military dude that has been in mad combat, and the motherfucking gangster that has been a lot of street combat. And somehow, some way,
war in Iraq.
Yes, create a dialogue within that. And let them, because you can say like this, bro. The military dude is going to be like, bro, like, it's a different level, dog. You ain't even on this level, homie. We got, we backed by the motherfucking USA government, dog. The biggest entity in the motherfucking world, bro. How are you going to say you know what this life's about? You know what I mean? But it's just 2 different fields of engagement, right?
Yeah, but you know the majority, I see what you mean, bro. But the majority is that a lot of us were that, and before we got caught, we're like, fuck this, we're going to the military, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, and also,
You know?
too, I want to say this. Bro, you know how many dudes that I have done time with from the military, bro?
Oh, yeah.
Tons, bro.
Yeah.
You know how many dudes that are in the system that served for this fucking country, bro? Because they got addicted to drugs, bro. They get the PTSD, this, that, blah, blah. It fucked them up, bro. And they committed crimes, bro. They end up in the penitentiary with all the street gangsters, bro. You know, and what do, dog? They follow the rules for the street because they in their casa right now. You know what I mean? But they good dudes.
Hey, that's fact. That's fact. Hey, that's a good idea right there, bro. Yeah, that's a good.
Really, you know what? I always say this, and I told this to my pops the other day. I didn't tell it to my pops. I told this to my coworker, and I just said, man, I wish when I copped the case at 18 years old, you know, I wish they would have sent me to the military, bro. Instead of sending me to prison, bro, I wish they'd have sent me to the military, bro.
Isn't that when they do that, like back in the 80s, right?
Something,
70s?
bro. Like, yeah, years ago, bro, they would offer that as you know what? I need to get more information on that before I can really truly speak on.
I just remember that from Blood In, Blood Out. Fucking when, yeah, like
we know what we know from where we know it, you know?
Yeah.
Shit. But I love my military brothers, bro. I love it. I love the men that have fought for this country, for us. And then you got all these conspiracy theorists and like, dog, you fighting for it? Like, yeah, bro, whatever it is, bro. We don't know, bro. It's the pecking order, dog.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day,
that's the thing. Yeah, exactly, dude. And people say, oh, you know, man, I went in there because I needed to do something. But at the end of the day, I didn't fight for this. You know, well, for this country, yes, but at the end of the day, when you're in the fucking battle, you know, you're looking out for your homies. You know,
at the end of the day, that's
brothers.
what it comes
That's all
to.
that matters.
It's a gang. It's gang shit, bro. It's gang shit. Gang shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Where you from, homie? I'm from the USA military, homie. It's gang shit, dog. At the end of the day, yeah. Anyways,
that's what it is. But you know, you just people say, oh, you fought for the. You know, like like you said, like conspiracy theories. Oh, you fighting for the country? I'm like, no, it's just I survived. I got my benefits, and fuck it. You know
what, dog? Casey, I want to share a little fun fact with you guys, dog. Casey wanted to go to the military, but he wanted to go in there just to give mouth to mouth. What do you call it, dog? Mouth to mouth precipitation? Huh?
You saying that I wanted to be a medic?
You wanted to be,
and how you murdered this joke?
Thank you for.
No, he wanted to join the Navy to be a seaman.
Oh yes, yes.
No, but for real, hey, gracias for everything you do, homie. Have a good night, and thank you, everybody there. I'll be listening.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Shit runs deep. I mean, what you do, why you do it, you feel it in your heart, you know? I mean, where do you go when you're at this point in your career? Where do you go from here? I mean, do you have other goals beyond what you're doing right now?
Goals, go back to get my master's degree, clinical psychology, write a children's book.
That would be dope.
Yeah,
that would be dope.
English and Spanish. During my services, I asked parents, "Do you want your kid to learn English or Spanish?" And they tell me both languages. So I talk to both, like amarillo, rojo, blue, yellow. I tell them I speak to my students in both languages.
So I would tell you this. So the household that I was raised in, or the family that I was raised in, the women within my family, they spoke Spanish within themselves.
Okay.
You know? And so I want to learn, like, so since being in the system and stuff, like not speaking Spanish fluently is like been a big detriment within my community, myself and within my community. You know what I mean? Because my community is Latino, you know?
Yes.
And you know, and I'm half Mexican and half Jew. Right. But anyways, what I'm getting at is, you know, I want to take a Spanish class because I feel like I'll pick it up really quick. I've always I was like, man, fuck that. You know what I mean? I'll just learn the slang. I'll learn the fucking, you know, whatever I need to learn within the prison system to get by, right? But my next step is speaking Spanish fluently, and a couple years from now, having a podcast in fluent Spanish. You know, that's my next level. That would be great. That's my next level. Real shit, no bullshit. You know, is being able to do that. That's a goal that I've set for myself. You know, that's a goal for myself. And so I know a limited of Spanish, and I don't say it all the time. Right. As much as I know and I can understand, I don't say it all the time because I don't practice it enough, and I don't want to sound stupid. You know, because
so not even a little bit. You don't.
No, I do a little bit, okay. but I respect it so much, and it's been so much in my life that, and I get shitted on by these guys. They're like, oh, this dude's rapping in Spanish. He's lucky he doesn't even understand. Well, I understand a lot of it, dog, but I just don't So I need to get. That's my next level. Okay. That's me putting the pressure on myself. It's like, all right, Lucky, you already finished this. Let's go right here now, dog, and let's get into it. But I pushed back on speaking Spanish for so long because I was like, dog, my mom didn't fucking teach me, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, fuck it, whatever. I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna do it like this.
But do you want to learn?
Yes.
Okay, well then, I mean,
I have a goal. Honestly, it's not even a 2-year goal. It's a year goal. That I feel like that I will pick it up because it's been around me all my life.
Yes.
You know, I understand it more than I speak it. And I feel like for me having this platform, it's a must that I accomplish that goal. Right. In respect to my audience, respect to half of my culture, bro. I'm sorry for calling you bro, Candy. And just, you know, you need to know Spanish.
Yes. I feel that it's important. You need to know
fucking Spanish. Right. That's the only, bro.
So if you were for my students, like I have this like little Frida Kahlo book. I also teach them about our people in our community, like in our culture. Frida Kahlo, Selena, and these are like both in English and Spanish. So I tell them, you know, one blue house, una casa azul.
Okay.
That's just an example of how I use books to teach my students both languages. The Catrina. Confident, confiado. That's a example of how I teach my kids to
Let's go through a couple pages.
A couple pages.
Yeah, let's go through a couple pages. I think it's good.
Okay, how about Frida? 'Cause I like Frida.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a picture of her in our living room.
Okay. 2 paintbrushes, 2 pinceles, 3 flores, 3 flowers, 4 vestidos, 4 dresses. So while at the same time I'm teaching them, I'm holding their finger and I'm helping them learn to count.
And are these, could these be African American kids?
If they, I encourage it. I tell them, would you like me to teach your kid how to speak Spanish? And they say, yes, of course. You're going to need it.
Well, you know what? Maybe one day you'll be reading those books to me. Maybe I can pay you and we can work out some type of deal that you can, you know, give me some lessons.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm a quick learner, and I'm not, you know what I mean?
Good. That's good, because I'm kind of impatient with adults. Like, I expect you to learn fast.
Well, I get it. And just don't pull your belt out on me.
Like you're going to want the door open.
Because I might like it. I'm just fucking with you. Everybody in this house shook their head right now like, this stupid ass fool.
Oh my God.
Hey, so look at what I got for you right here. We got a Hood Stocks. Hold on, this is a rip tag. Get rid of that. 'Cause it's got a tag already in there. It's printed.
Thank you.
Yes. Hey, never back down, girl. Yes. Never back down. That's for you.
I know my friend was supposed to come with me and she flaked out on me.
Is that why? Hey, it happens sometimes, and that's for you. And I just want to thank you so much for blessing this platform. Yeah, this has been so cool, man. We got to have you on here more, you know, just touch on these subjects.
Okay.
You know, what do you do from your day-to-day life? Like, what do you got going on?
I work from 8 to 8.
What do you do fun? What do you do for fun? Let me ask you that.
I like to explore different restaurants. I like to have margaritas. I like to go out and eat. I like to go shopping. Just do girl stuff, yeah.
Girl stuff, absolutely.
I like to run.
Yeah.
I'm big on running, exercising, yeah.
Yeah. I started running, but I always like to stick out Like it'll be a little different. So when everybody's running forward, I run backwards.
Okay.
Yeah. It's good.
I like to travel.
Travel, yeah. Have you traveled much?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Where have you gone?
Hawaii, Seattle, Iowa.
Why'd you go to Seattle?
Cause I was curious.
About what?
Just curious, just to get to know.
They say it's really gloomy and the suicide rate is like through the roof.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Seattle.
I haven't heard anything.
Pacific Northwest.
I didn't know about that.
No?
Yeah.
How was it?
I kind of don't like to listen to stories about suicides and stuff.
Well, it was just, this is something that was known since back in the early 90s when grunge rock came around.
Oh, really?
And you had like bands like Nirvana, Pearl Jam, different bands, and it was just known as a really gloomy state. And this is the reason why they had this style of music, alternative music, which I love. I love that music, you know. What kind of music you listen to?
I listen to rap. I listen to
You look like
banda.
you listen. Yeah, you look like a banda. Maybe like a Daddy Yankee type of hyena.
No, I don't like Daddy Yankee, no.
No? All right, I got you all fucked up then.
Yeah. I don't like
What about a
reggaeton
little
stuff.
Peso Pluma?
Peso Pluma, yeah, for sure.
The fools are coming up right now. Shout out to that dude.
I like Peso Pluma, Chalino, yeah.
How do you feel about Peso Pluma being like pressed? Like, dude, they're telling him like, don't come to Tijuana because of.
I wouldn't go.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go.
Take that.
Yeah.
Bro, if that is a amazing heads up.
Yes.
An amazing heads up. And you know what's funny is I was listening to that, and then some Chalino popped up on my YouTube algorithm because I play different types of music, and the Chalino song came on of when he was out there in was he out in Sinaloa?
Yes.
When he got the note given to him. And it was funny because I was just kind of like, so my coworker was like, Peso Pluma, and then and then people were talking about that it brought a tear to their eye that he was the first Mexican artist to ever come on the VMAs.
Oh wow!
Right?
Okay.
You know, which is like huge. It's crazy. He performed that Lady Gaga song, and
amazing.
Yeah. Anyways, it's just it's really sad. But it's just on some gangster shit, I guess, at the end of the day.
Yeah, I wouldn't go. That's like playing with your life.
Nah, fuck no. Like, if anybody loves that dude, Peso Pluma, you know what I mean? Like, bro, like, that's an easy call. And that is a beautiful thing about, like, our states is, like, he can be out here and he can be safe.
Right.
I believe he can be safe. Not that the cartels don't have, you know, reach.
Right.
Right, but like he's like, bro, like chill, dog. You know what I mean? You were doing your thing. First dude, the Mexican dude, like, oh man, it is what it is. It sucks. It's like fucking politics, you know. Right, yeah. It's politics, you know, and sometimes it's hard to please everybody. But if you're gonna if these dudes are gonna give Peso Pluma like a heads up like that, yeah, I would take that. I would not take that lightly.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. But Candy, it was so nice to meet you.
Thank you so much for having me. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, I'm sorry it's so cold in here.
It's okay.
Yeah. But this has been an absolute pleasure for myself as well. As you can tell by the phone callers, they loved. It's like a breath of fresh air having a little bit of something different on here.
That's good because it's my first podcast. I was a little nervous.
Are you going to do more?
Yeah, for sure.
You reached out to us. Why did you reach out to us to do this podcast?
Because I wanted to give information in regards to child development. I feel like I wanted to go a little bit more in detail, but maybe next time.
And I apologize, maybe. Yeah. Excuse me.
It's just, it's not enough time. I can talk about this forever.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we'll do a part 2, 100%.
Okay.
Everybody give it up for Candy. I love you guys. Thank you for tapping in. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, all that good stuff, and we'll see